Have you ever traveled overseas and found that you're unable to access your usual websites from foreign countries? I have a great free solution for you here. The only limitation is that you must set this up before traveling. In other words, you must still be at home. If you're already traveling, you'll probably need to use a paid service. One example is iPrivacyTools.com. That's a software that puts a drop-down list of countries on your browser, and you just select one in order to change the location of your IP. This would be good if you're already traveling and want to get a home country IP address. Now, for the free solution, for this you'll need to have a router with DDWRT installed, or that you can install DDWRT on. DDWRT is a free open source software for routers, and it doesn't require a fancy router. My router was only $20 on Amazon, and I was able to install DDWRT on it. And many routers come with it already installed. You'll need to check on your specific router. Just go to dd-wrt.com and check their router database to see if yours is compatible. Again, even if it's not, you can get a compatible router for about 20 bucks on Amazon. For the rest of this tutorial, I'm going to assume that you've already installed DDWRT on your router. If you need help with that, there's a lot of documentation on their website. So, next step, log into your router's control panel by going to 192.168.1.1. I'll then click on Services, then VPN. Now just copy what I have here for the configuration. Enable PPTP server, disable, enable. Then I'm using Google's DNS servers. If you're an advanced user, you can use your own, but Google's DNS service should be just fine for most people. And unless you're an advanced user, just copy what I have here. Then CHAP secrets are simply username password combinations, but be sure to add the spaces and asterisks. This is the username and this is the password. And you can disable PPTP client. Then save and apply settings. And last step, go to findmyipaddress.com and write down your home's IP address. Okay, now go travel. For testing, I'm going to head over to my local library or internet cafe. Be back in a second. Okay, I'm at a cafe now, simulating my overseas trip, and let's say I want to surf with my home IP address. This setup will vary a little from one operating system to another, but I'm demonstrating on Windows 7. I'm going to right-click on my network connections, then open Network and Sharing Center, then select Set up a new connection or network, then connect to a workplace. Then the first time you do this, you'll create a new connection. Use my internet connection VPN. Now, for internet address, enter your home IP address, which you wrote down earlier. For destination name, you can enter any nickname. I'll call this home IP. Then click Next. Now enter the username and password that you set up earlier, and connect. Okay, I'll go to findmyipaddress.com, and look at that. Even though I'm away from home, I'm now surfing with my home IP address. This is very useful for traveling overseas, or really for any Wi-Fi hotspot. This is actually encrypting your connection to your home so no one can snoop on your wireless traffic at cafes, libraries, or other hotspots. Whenever you want to connect or disconnect in the future, just go to your system tray and click on the network connection icon. You can connect or disconnect the same way. Okay, I hope that helps some of you out there. And once again, if you're already traveling and unable to configure your router at home, you can use a service like iPrivacyTools.com, which puts a drop-down list of countries and IP addresses on your web browser. Thanks for watching, and happy travels.